It is time for our first offseason with the St. Louis Rams. In year one, we went 5-11 and missed out on the playoffs. Our main focus this year was starting the development of our rookie quarterback, Sam Bradford, and it was not a bad start to his career as he would win NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year, with his top developing target, Mardy Gilliard, finishing right behind him in voting. While we had a great developing young receiver, the rest of the receiving and tight end core needed some boosting if we wanted to give Sam Bradford some more help on offense. This year's Super Bowl was going to be a rematch of Peyton Manning and Drew Brees, and Manning gets his revenge and clutches a second Lombardi trophy for the Colts. Before we got fully into the offseason, we had some staff re-signings to take care of, as we would sign Mike Eckers to be our new defensive coordinator, and to help try and accelerate this rebuild, hired the best scouting firm money could buy. The most notable retirement this offseason, which came as no surprise, was Brett Favre finally hanging his cleats up, and now it was time to go through and re-sign any players we wanted before they hit free agency. I'll be honest, there were not a lot of players that I wanted to resign, as all the players you're seeing on the screen did resign with us. I really only went after our top 3 players that had expiring contracts, and then brought back Darcy Johnson, but had no intentions of him at all being our #1 tight end headed into next season. Now it was time to simulate to NFL free agency for the very first time. Right away, we would target the tight end position to give Sam Bradford more trusted targets, but after that, it really was the defense that needed the most help in this free agency. That wouldn't stop us from looking to add more depth to this receiving core though, as in the first round of signings, we would land our new #1 tight end in Jermichael Finley. Now we had to go through and renegotiate with our initial players, as well as adding some more free agents from defense to the board. And it would pay off, as we would land a veteran target in Mario Manningham for Sam Bradford, would boost our linebacking room with Ahmad Brooks, would help boost the protection of Sam Bradford with an offensive line addition, and continued to add veteran presence and experience to this linebacking core. After free agency, it was time for our very first NFL draft. In the first round, we would invest in protecting our franchise quarterback's blind side with left tackle Yomi Ajala, and would pick up our potential tight end #2 behind Jermichael Finley with Andre Zanders in the second round. Defense was our main focus in free agency, and continued to boost our depth with free safety Tremendous Johnson, and went back to pick up another receiver this offseason to learn behind Mario Manningham and Mardy Gilliard. We would round out the safety position with strong safety Felix Johnson, pick up a position we did not touch yet in this offseason with defensive tackle Quinn Clark, and rounded out our first NFL draft with the Rams picking up fullback Harold Iagafuna in the 7th round. Our first round pick, Yomi Ajala, would be a day 1 starter. Andre Zanders was a great second option behind Jermichael Finley. Tremendous Johnson turned out to be a tremendous 3rd round pick and would be a day 1 starter on defense. Darius Myers was sitting 5th on the depth chart, but could easily find himself moving up. Felix Johnson added superb depth to our defense in the secondary, and the same could be said about defensive tackle Quinn Clark. And it looked like our 7th round fullback pick was going to be our go-to man in all goal line situations this season. That now brings us to season #2 preseason, so let's get out there and see how these rookies perform. Our first preseason game would be against the Cardinals, and we'd be going right after it on a 4th down to start, as that would be our 7th round rookie fullback picking up the first down, and then Mario Manningham with the first touchdown. Our wide receiver 2 that we signed in the offseason and free agency, already making moves for us on our very first possession, and now it's Steven Jackson taking it down the left side for a touchdown, but it's going to be called back, a clipping on Mario Manningham. So he scores a touchdown, takes one off the board, and then he's going to score his 2nd touchdown on that same drive. And so already he is becoming a quick favorite of Sam Bradford. And then it is going to be Ron Bartell picking off Matt Leinart, and he has nothing but green in front of him as he is going to take this back for a pick 6. This team is looking very dominant early on, as we would go up 28-0 in the 3rd quarter, but this is where the game would end. My recording would corrupt after that, so here are the stats to recap our first preseason game. Our rookie receiver Darius Myers debuted in the second half with 3 receptions, 34 yards, and 1 touchdown. And our tight end we took in the 2nd round, Andre Zanders, with 3 receptions for 39 yards. Mario Manningham obviously having a big day, only 2 receptions for 11 yards, but both of those receptions were touchdowns. And Tremendous Johnson, our rookie free safety, coming up with 2 tackles in his debut. Let's jump into our second game on the road again against the Jets. Second quarter action, after nothing happening in the first, Sam Bradford would find Andre Zanders for his first career touchdown, and the 2nd round rookie already proving to be a difference maker. kicker. The Jets offense would get down before halftime to knock home a field goal to make it a 7-point lead, and that is the only offense we would see in the third quarter as well. Not as dominant of a win, but we would kneel out the rest of the clock, and the Rams now 2-0 on the preseason so far. Sam Bradford had a perfect day today, 11 for 11 with 1 touchdown, and Andre Zanders really starting to show he can be a true tight end threat for us. 4 receptions, 32 yards, and he had our singular touchdown. Our other rookie at the safety position, Felix Johnson, making his first tackle in the preseason today, and that is going to get us ready to head home and take on the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know what to think of this offense so far, as we've had one extremely dominant game and one not so dominant game, but that's Mario Manningham again, coming away with his 3rd touchdown so far in the preseason. I think one takeaway already is he might be the best signing we have had all offseason, as Ahmad Brooks comes away with an interception. Another free agent signing we had this offseason, as now Jermichael Finley picks up his first touchdown. These free agents proving to already be key acquisitions for us, as this is going to be lofted up deep down the left side to Darius Myers, the rookie receiver, for a touchdown, as he is going to haul that one in, and we go up 24-0 over the Chiefs. Now it's Andre Zanders coming down with his 2nd touchdown reception of the preseason, and Felix Johnson, our rookie strong safety, with his 1st interception. An absolute dominant performance so far for us today in this game, as that would be Darius Myers' 2nd touchdown of the game, and Chiefs would tack on 3 points at the end here, but it would not be enough as we pick up the dominant double-digit victory over them here in our 3rd preseason game, and Darius Myers went off today. Another very solid outing from Sam Bradford. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from him. Mario Manningham, again, showing what might be our best free agent acquisition of the offseason. And Darius Myers, sneakily, might find his way up to the 4th or 3rd spot at the start of the regular season. Tremendous Johnson really having a great showing on defense as well for us. And that brings us to our last preseason game, where we get our last chance to make any observations and decide who's going to be starting where. Our last game of the preseason was going to be against the Denver Broncos at home, and they would start things out by missing a field goal, and we would fail to convert a 4th down. Broncos would take back over now near the end of the first, as Kyle Orton was looking to take a shot deep. There is a flag on the play, and that's going to be picked off by Grimes, but we'll see where this stands with the penalty as he takes it back to the 40. And it is going to be a holding call. So that is not going to affect the interception at all, as Sam Bradford then finds a wide open Gibson for a touchdown. And we are going to take a 7-0 lead over Denver, and then Noshawn Moreno puts the football on the ground for the Broncos, as James Laurinaitis is going to take it back inside the 10 for us. And that would set up a very easy touchdown from Sam Bradford to Mario Manningham. Manningham has quite easily been the best off-season signing we have made so far, as I believe that is now his 4th touchdown of the preseason already for us, as with just under a minute 10 to go, Kyle Orton is going to be intercepted yet again, setting us up with great field position before the end of the half. And a name we haven't heard much of this preseason, but finally Marty Gilliard gets a touchdown to his name in the preseason. This team has been absolute dominant all preseason long through these 4 games so far, as we didn't give up a single point against the Broncos here until the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's just hope that we're going to be able to keep continuing this level of play into the regular season, as there definitely seems to be a shift from last year to this year with not only how our offenses have been playing, but our defense as well, is that is going to be our 4th takeaway. We were looking for another one here after not putting up any points on that possession. Kyle Orton is going to take another deep shot, but this time it's going to be completed to Eddie Royal, and he's going to score a touchdown. We would tack on one last field goal here to wrap up our final preseason game, and it was an absolute domination by us in this final game against the Broncos. Sam Bradford really seems to have taken a big step up here into season number 2, and I think Marty Gilliard might be our number 1 receiver headed into next season. I can't say enough about how our rookie safety Tremendous Johnson has played in this preseason. That is going to bring us to season number 2 of the Rams franchise, as Darius Myers climbed his way up this preseason from 6th to number 4 on the depth chart. Rookie Andre Zanders was going to be our second tight end behind Jermichael Finley. Our first round pick Yomi Ajala was going to be starting at right guard for us. Our rookie safety Tremendous Johnson had a fantastic preseason and will be starting in our secondary. And to start the season, we are going to have 3 home games in our first 4 of the season. If you guys are excited for season number 2, let me know your predictions down below, and I will see you guys when we kick off season number 2 in the Rams franchise.